In the 1860s, approximately 200 light-years distance from Earth, the engine core from an alien vessel on the verge of dimensional travel unexpectedly induced the explosion of a star-going supernova when they initiated the final test for the new form of travel in proximity to the star. The advanced technology of the ship, combined with the extreme power of the massive celestial sphere, gave birth to a shockwave in flux with time and random dimensions, traveling at the consistent speed of light. Later on in the 21st century AD, just after the Third World War came to an end, the weakened near-death wave closed in on one of its final destinations, Earth. After instantaneously passing through Earth, the wave created a temporary residual effect, opening several dimensional gates or portals to different realms, cloaked to the naked eye, and which lasted for a couple of days before fading away. Stationed at a garrison in eastern Brazil, Abraham Hosseini was preparing to go home after a strenuous involvement in the most brutal and deadly war mankind has ever waged upon itself. As he was about to head for the outpost where the helicopter was awaiting his long-awaited departure, he sensed something unusual, about 20 meters from his position in the woods. He approached the vicinity to investigate, not able to comprehend the horror that would arise from this horrible mistake. About 18 meters into his investigation, he passed through one of the portals scattered throughout the globe. He entered a reality that was Earth, but in another time, another form, another dimension. Looking up at the sky, not able to digest what has just happened, Abraham Hosseini has just entered a physical form of purgatory. Fact or fiction, this is a story.
Reddish clouds, it's the first thing that I see. My eyebrows really sweat from the mighty humidity and heat. How could this be? The war was finally over. Now the world looks like the sun went supernova. Where's the helicraft? Where's all my comrades at? What happened to the trees? Where's the grass and swamps with weeds? Lord, please, won't you tell me where you brought me? This can't be a dream, cause it's such a vivid reality. I appear to be deserted in a mountainous desert. There's no soft soil, just hard, cracked, dusty dirt. It's just even earth. It feels more like hell. With all this damn heat, it makes it hard for me to tell. What's that smell? It's like dead bodies going stale. Hey, is there people I see creeping on a distant trail? This is an answer that squinting can never reveal. I'll use my binoculars to see if this vision is real. Past the parched plain on a mountain range, heading for a cave. Several humanoids limp, looking lame and in pain. I must attain a mental map of this terrain until I can find a way to leave, whether or not it be the same way that I came. The formation of those clouds in the south looks like rain. I'll better find shelter and some form of food for my welfare. There appears to be an elderly city in the east, and from what I can see, it looks abandoned to me. I began to proceed for the city. Then out of nowhere, three humanoids dashed at me quickly. They seem to be weak and hungry. I'm beginning to realize that this is a cannibalistic country. If I'm maneuver with my machete precisely, I should be able to swipe the heads of all three very nicely. Swinging accurately, their heads flew free. Then each of their bodies began to buckle at their knees while they were wallowing on the ground. I heard a moaning and groaning sound all around. I assume that those sounds originate from the friends of these three clowns. So I flexed for the city with adrenaline in me. Heart pumping, while I was running, I see more beings coming, headed directly for me. It was easy to flee, then finally reaching the town, I looked up and down for a place I probably wouldn't be found. I found a building that seemed collecting calm, so I headed for it with my serrated shank in my palm. When I entered the room, the scent of the tomb, saturated with open wounds, and bloody wounds filled my nostrils. The smell consumed my mind, there's no way to define the hideous visions in which I would find. Pierced by harpoons from frantic fools doomed to lose. Surfeited zombies tasting each other's drool, while wallowing in intestines, urine and stool. It's very evident, the evil resident has begun to rule. I suggest I invest in less flesh, or lose weight running, trying to avoid being fleshless. Yes, it's me that digest, and they're getting close, so I better flex. Though they're slow, the hungry, no help me just like a T-Rex. Since I'm alive and healthy, I ain't nothing but a hex. I've been living in this place, out of phase, to my comprehension. It's another dimension for one day, and the things that I've seen makes my skin crawl all the way, like it's praying to fate, begging for a fast decay. I wish I could sleep, my eyes are heavy and weak, but if I pass out, those animals might sniff me out and begin to eat.
Time continued to pass by, while Abraham Hosseini diligently struggles and persevered. Upon approaching the second year of being there, an anomalous flash of light and sound ripped through his body.
Manifesto entry, day 663. I continue to walk unleashed like a decaying beast. I'm sick of eating the same weed that has nourished me since day 3. It's almost been 2 years, I'm going crazy. The water is polluted, makes my mind deluded. My headache so much about I gotta shoot it. I need to calm down before I really lose it. What's that sound?
And before you knew it, you erased from that reality that materialized back to the one he came from originally. You see, in succession to a couple of centuries, touching up technology. The alien species created a way, making it able to go back and save the ship that caused the shockwave. After rescuing the ship before the explosion was imminent, through an unconventional yet successful, precisely plotted trip of delicate, intricate time travel, it prevented the previous events from being allowed to unravel. Minus the memories, Abraham Husani was back on the scene, heading for the outpost where the helicraft was at, getting ready to leave. While he was walking, he heard the sound of leaves attached to trees being caressed by a refreshing breeze. His eyes reached for the sky, and the frequencies his optics received as blue and green. A vision more serene than had ever before seen. An overwhelming feeling of being free saturated his body. At last he verged towards the helicraft, hopped in with a sad grin, leaving the war in the past. And that was that, and that was that. About a year and a half later, while he was at home all alone, he had a dream that consisted of being hungry and unclean, decapitating the heads of attacking zombies with the same serrated machete he was equipped with in World War III. After his victory from delivering zombies to an unanimated death, he approached a patch of weeds that seemed edible and able to eat. As he began to feast upon the dusty green weeds, he was awakened violently after the sound of lightning struck a tree, produced by a storm that had been brewing in the city while he was asleep. He paused for a minute and listened to the rain as sweat glistened around the cranial casing that covered his brain. The dream seemed so real and so very familiar. He felt kind of frightened and partially peculiar. Now he is at war with an irrefutable decision. Could this be fact or is he contemplating fiction? Fiction, 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 fiction,
fiction. Produced by Cipher-Tu, brought to you Devil number 7 style.